Guys, we are live here at the Rosemont Theater, just moments away from one of the biggest country shows. I am talking about Justin Moore with special guests. Tonight are Cody Johnson and Heath Sanders, and hanging out backstage with me happens to be Mr. Justin Moore. How are you?
A hatless Justin Moore.
Hatless.
It always surprises people that I have hair, but it's good.
I know, we talked about that. But he does, and he looks fabulous, and guess what? He could sing even better. Right?
Well, you're sweet. Thank you very much. This is always a fun venue, and this is a town and an area that's been great to us throughout our career, so it's good to be back.
You know, I was thinking about that because you've been here several times. And is there one thing that you get a chance to do when you come into Chicago?
Usually, the food is our favorite part of Chicago.
Right.
You know, we don't have the deep dish pizza like you guys have, so we always try to hit that up. And then we have a couple of buddies in town that own restaurants, and some good Italian places, and good steakhouses. So the food's
Great steak.
Other than the people, the food's probably our favorite part.
I know. Do you ever get a chance to like walk around and go shopping or anything like that?
Well, I'm not much of a shopper,
Right.
but yeah, we do walk around if the weather is conducive for
Right.
us walking around. And last time we came, actually the end of last year, we were here for a couple of days and caught a game at Soldier Field, so that was pretty fun.
Oh, fun. That is so fun. Did we win?
You guys did, actually.
Look at that.
Beat the Vikings.
Ooh, look at that. That's actually kind of surprising. Well, can we talk music? Because I just have to say, I got to read this because 7 #1 singles, 15 top 10 hits, 1 gold, 2 platinum albums, and it goes on and on and on. And okay, so how does that feel?
Well, until you hear people read that kind of stat line to you, in the everyday grind, you don't really think about it too much. But we do understand that we've been really, really fortunate. This is our 12th year out doing this, which is hard to believe. A lot of people don't have the opportunity to sustain the longevity that we've been able to. And so certainly we're thankful to country radio and all the fans for blessing us with those numbers. And hopefully we can keep it going another 10, 12 years.
I'm sure you can, trust me. And you also have something pretty special for your fans, is you got a 5th album that's coming out at the end of April, right?
Yeah, April 26th. It's called Late Nights and Long Necks. And every artist says this about every album they put out, but I really do believe it's the best music we've put out, and I'm certainly excited for people to hear it.
So what goes into a couple things? What goes into picking does the lyrics come first or does the melody come first? How does that work?
It's never really the same way twice.
Right.
I've written songs each way, and but the thing I always say is, no matter in what order it comes, you can't write a great song without a great idea. So you got to have a great idea and a great concept, and in my case, great songwriters that write with me, and so yeah, it's really never the same way twice.
Right. And then this one, I read something that it's a throwback to the 90s a little bit.
Well, I'm a traditional country artist. There's a lot of different types of country music out there now, whether it be pop or rap or rock country or whatever. And I've always been a traditionalist. But, I did grow up in the 80s and 90s, and that's kind of where my musical influences lie, and more so than any others. And so we wanted to make this our most traditional album, and I think it probably sounds a lot like that era in country
good.
music. So
Yeah, that's fantastic. So you know what's really, I have to say is that, so what do we have on the horizon for the summer? The tour?
yeah, we're in the middle of a little mini tour, maybe you'd call it right now, which we'll do until the summer, and then the summer has kind of become a huge festival season in country
Yes.
music. I know Chicago has a great one or two, and so that's kind of where your summers, you end up spending most of your time now, is those festivals and the big fairs, and
Right.
it's fun. It's a whole different environment than playing in an auditorium or arena.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's totally different, and it's cool because it's like an all-day thing.
Yeah.
The fans, I think, enjoy that, and I know that we do.
Yeah. So I know you've been in music pretty much your whole life. right? Since you were like in teenager, right?
Yeah, I was a teenager. I started playing. I always sang in church and stuff because my mom and dad made me. But
Well, we could
Yeah.
thank them.
yeah, and now I'm pushing mine to do the same.
Right.
But didn't really have any aspirations of doing it for a career until I was about 16, 17 years old, and so yeah, started educating ourselves, my parents and I, on kind of what that path may look like. And moved to Nashville when I graduated high school in '02, and here we are. So
So if you weren't doing music, what do you think you'd be doing?
probably be shoveling crap or something.
Oh no. I think you'd be like, I don't know, maybe a painter.
Digging ditches or something.
No.
No, I cannot. I can't draw. I can't paint. I'm
Okay,
terrible.
then you can't
This
be
is
that.
the only art that I can do. But no, I was really into sports growing up. Still
Okay.
am. So I was probably something in that field. Now, what that is, whether it be a coach or a trainer or something, I couldn't tell you. But fortunately, we didn't need a backup.
Right. This seemed to work out for you.
Thankfully.
Exactly. So, I have to say that one of my trademark questions, and I'm going to ask you this, is it's kind of fun, is if you were a groupie for any artist, any band, dead or alive, any genre, who would it be for?
Skinner. Probably.
Really?
That was my growing up when I first started playing music. I played in a southern rock band that my uncle was in, and I was playing all the southern rock stuff in VFWs and Moose Lodges and all this stuff. And fast forward to my first major tour, it was Hank Jr. and Leonard Skinner, and so they've got a soft spot in my heart. But they have so many great songs and albums, and so that would have. And plus, I like that time.
Right.
I always say I probably should have been doing this in the 60s and 70s.
Really?
Although I'd probably be in a lot more trouble.
Yeah, I was just going to say it wouldn't have been, it's probably not even close to
Yeah.
the same,
Yeah,
right?
no, it's definitely not.
Oh, so when you get time off, what do you get a chance to do?
Well, I have 4 kids and a wife. And
Nothing.
so, yeah, pretty much I coach all my kids in sports and
Oh, good.
really involved, hands-on dad. Pretty much just hang out with my family, you know.
Right.
I mean, I do have hobbies. I like to golf and fish and hunt, but, with a 9, 7, 5, and 2-year-old, I don't
Wow.
have a whole lot of additional time to do those things.
No. And it's good to have family time. Plus, it's great for them to have you around, right?
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah,
That's
I
the
think
goal.
so. Exactly.
Is for them to say yes to that question.
Exactly. I'm sure they do. Yeah. And I'm sure your wife is probably, like most wives, when their husbands come home, it's like, okay, here you go. See ya.
Yeah, she thinks it's her opportunity to clock out.
Yeah.
And
I get it.
honey, I just came from work. I know I ain't been here, but I've been working too. But no, it's fun. We have a really good dynamic and balance, and
Yeah.
so it's fun.
And they're sweet still. I have teenagers, so they're not as much fun and not as sweet. And yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna at one point in my life, actually 9 years from now, I'll have 3 daughters who are 14, 16, and 18.
Right.
So
And all I have to say is good luck. Good luck.
it's gonna be a lot of fun. But
Exactly. Well, I know you got to get going. We are so glad to have you here tonight. Sold out show. We're excited. And live at the Rosemont Theater, it's Front Row Phyllis.
I could tell by the way it sounded when you called that I wasn't gonna like what you had to say. I could read between the lines. It was something different this time. You coming over tonight 'cause I couldn't wait. Now you're in trying, I'm already inside. As you walk in through that door, you look like I need a drink.
We've had an incredible time here at the Rosemont Theater on one of the biggest country shows. I'm talking about Justin Moore, Cody Johnson, and Heath Sanders. For all this information and more, just go to frontrowphyllis.com.